Hey, what's up, everyone? Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Henry and Susan, and today we are going to be talking prices.
About gas prices and how high they.
Well, not only
Gotten.
gas prices,
Mhm.
we are talking about whether you are going to raise your price for due to gas prices and the economy, everything going up, and what have you.
But we're also going to be talking about if you, as solar panel cleaners, are going to be staying at a low price and keeping it that way.
Right, right. That's a good point because gas prices here are in the $7 range now in Los Angeles. I have a diesel turbo Jaguar that we are paying over $7 a gallon for in gas. So now it's kind of like prices are going up. We're starting to see it when we go out and put gas in the van. Instead of it being $60 now, it's closer to $100 now.
It's getting too expensive.
Right.
With any job that you have, it doesn't necessarily have to be solar panel clean. Any job that you're doing, you're still traveling using your car to get from point A to point B.
Right.
So it's affecting everybody who's in any kind of business, unfortunately.
And I also want to thank one of our subscribers that has sent us the Big Blue van in Arizona. I could not remember his name, but
It's been a while.
it's been summertime. But I'm going to have a Big Blue van beer for him and all of you. So, cheers. We are going to go ahead and load this bad boy up.
Henry likes to do this.
Oh, I love beer.
No, he likes to. He likes to do this.
This is so good. Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm ready.
Don't spill. You
Oh.
spill, you're cleaning it up.
Yeah. You see the other half over there?
Mm-hmm.
You see the foam? Yes. This is for you guys. Cheers.
I don't drink beer, so.
She doesn't drink.
No.
But I've been waiting a long time.
He was holding on to it for a long time.
A long time.
But he could have drank it at any time.
I could have drank this at any time, but I wanted to do it for a special occasion. I got it in my Gordon Ramsay glass. I'm ready for summer. We're ready for summer.
No, we're not ready for summer.
Yes, we are. We're ready.
No, I'm not
We're ready
for the heat.
We're ready for the high heat.
No, I'm ready for
everything
the rain.
else. We're waiting for that.
I'm ready for the cold and the rainy weather. That's
Yes.
what I'm ready for.
Are you raising the prices on solar cleaning? Yeah, we already did. We raised our prices. We don't care what anybody else is doing. Okay, this is one of the debates that for solar panel cleaners are like, no, we're not going to raise our prices. The guys that don't raise their prices are probably not going to be making it during the off season, during the winter season, unless they're doing a lot. And I always tell people this. I said, look.
Well, I think they will survive because they're doing other services other than.
We're talking solar panel cleaning. We're not talking anything else.
Hmm.
That's not the subject. The subject here is solar panel cleaning. And this is where I get into a debate with a lot of people because they go, well, you could be doing rain gutters, or you could be doing windows, or you could be doing auto detailing or anything else. Look, I don't want to do that. I'm too old to be doing that. I'm at the retirement stage now to where, I know what works in this business. And I'm telling you, we did a lot of testing during the 6 years. Susan, how dare you speak?
Yes, because you raised your voice.
Listen, I'm a loud person.
Too loud.
She knows
Too
that.
loud.
We don't look. I I'm a very loud person, and some people take it the wrong way. Who cares? But I've been that way. My family's been that way, and what have you. So that's okay. Louis Premier, guess who that is? I'm sure.
That's Tara Lynn.
Tara
Tara
Lynn.
Lynn's got my back.
No problem. We know you're messing with us, so it's no big deal. But you know, I back to the subject. You know, I can care less about what other people are doing as far as raising their prices or not raising their prices. And this is why we do our podcast for people who don't know, right? For the people that are coming in, they're trying to figure this out. They're thinking, oh, you know, this we're going to make money all year round. And we're specifically, and when I talk about this, I'm talking specifically solar panel cleaning, okay? Whether it's residential, whether it's commercial. I don't really get into pressure washing, window cleaning too much. We do a lot of commercial window cleaning, but no residential. There's a reason for
You
that.
used to do that when you first started.
Yes, until people started filing complaints, I guess. I don't know if it's a complaint, but they would say, "Hey, you broke this," or and this was after we left, after Rick and I had left. They were like, "Oh, we had something that broke. I don't know if you guys saw that or not." So we were like, "No, we're not going to do this anymore," because we ended up paying anyway, and it costs money to replace things. And nowadays, and you window cleaners do know this, is a lot of times they want to go out and um, have you move their stuff, you know, and it's like, no, we don't move people's furniture, we don't do any of that. So for me, it's I don't want to touch that. I won't do it. Rain gutters, I don't touch rain gutters. They're a pain in the butt sometimes because you're on the edge, and that is the most dangerous part of the roof. And so you get a lot of people that are out here that will do it, which is fine. That's up to you. If you want to do that, that's totally up to you. But when it comes to solar panel cleaning, you know, I always tell people we have a summer price and a winter price. Winter is a lot slower than summer. So our prices are a little lower during the winter time. Summertime, you're going to experience.
Well,
You,
can I stop you?
yeah, go ahead.
Um, we've had to some of our prices we've had to keep the same even in the summer because, like we said previously, that when you give your
For some customers,
yeah,
not
for some,
not for all.
yeah, let
But
me
let's
finish.
clarify that.
Well,
Yeah.
let me finish. I
Go
was
ahead.
just about to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, for some of our customers, we discounted the price for winter, and they, in order for us to keep them, because they might go to somebody else, which is, I'm sure it's happened to everybody.
They always do.
We
Yeah.
just keep them at the price that the lowered price, and for some customers, not everybody, but for some, we've had to keep it the same. And a lot of you are going to experience that because, you know, when you cut down the prices, everybody's trying to save money. They're on a budget. They're trying to, you know.
But they know that they're getting bills that are higher for their electric, and now they're calling. And usually that's when a person will call you, is when they notice that their bills are extremely high. They will call their electric company, and guess what? The electric company will turn around and say, well, have you had your solar panels cleaned? No. You might as well call a solar panel company and see if you can get them clean and see if that helps you. That's what they usually do. And this is how we get phone calls, right? We would get phone calls because of referrals from the electric company. And the electric company has nothing to do with the solar company other than them putting it in. And then after the fact, when they leave, it's your problem as a customer. And then
We've had a customer that wanted a discount for paying cash.
Now, would you guys give them a discount if they were paying cash?
Even though they're already getting the discounted price, would you give them more of a discount because they're paying cash?
Right. And
We
then you
didn't.
find out when you get there that they have a Ferrari in their driveway, a Tesla, they have a very expensive car, but yet they got you as cheap as they can get you. And this is what I talk about when this industry is not regulated. This is where people would take advantage of you. They don't care if you're in the heat in 100-degree weather. As a matter of fact, most customers will call you when it's hot. That's the only time they'll call you. I mean, we have to call our repeat customers or remind them and let them know that their solar panel cleaning is due. Now,
We've had a lot of customers that I call them, email, text. They don't respond till maybe 2 months later because things were going on. They're on vacation. They weren't ready. They don't want it right now. They don't need it right now. I don't know if any of you experienced these kind of reasonings why when you're notifying your repeat customers what their reasons why they don't want it.
right. It's it's funny because when we're out there and the heat is there and the heat gets even hotter, that's when you guys are going to experience the phone calls. When it's 110 out there, when it's out there and um, really really hot, and this is where you have to think about your prices. You got to think about you're filling up your car now or your van or your truck or whatever. um,
Actually, can I stop you there?
yeah, you can.
um, you did tell a customer that. Remember, we went to a customer and you told them we're going to have to raise the price next time around. And what did she say?
Well, she didn't like it. She didn't want us to raise the price. I don't know which customer you're talking about.
The one we did.
Yeah.
The 3 houses.
It wasn't me. I really don't want to give you the glory or whatever. You're just here to wait. I've never seen you before. You're just here to cause a lot of crap. If you don't want to get on this channel, you don't like what we're saying, get the F off. Okay. I mean, that's just as simple as that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove you anyway. So uh, it's guys like that sit here and they want to ruin a podcast and what have you. But we're not going to let them do that. Okay, we are talking this because we are educating you. You can call us whatever the hell you want. Don't watch our channel if you don't like us. Period. That's what I ask. So
how much lower did you have to?
I can't remember which one you were talking about. You refreshed my memory because
the one we had the 3 houses on the same street.
Oh yeah,
how much lower did you were I think we're giving her like.
We gave her a great deal.
Yeah.
We gave her actually $75 off of what we normally charged because she referred 2 other people or 3 other people. I can't remember how many it was. Mm-hmm. And then the next neighbor turned around and said, "Hey, can I get a lower price?" We already gave you guys $50, $75 off of our regular price because you were all on the same street, literally right across from each other. And so they were looking for the deals. Well, that puts you in a bad situation because you're not really paying your bills at that point. You're just paying for gas money. Mm-hmm. And, so for me, it's like.
And you explained to the customer why we have to raise our prices next time?
Yeah.
And did she seem concerned about it?
Yeah. She was like, well, okay. I probably end up going to somebody else or what have you. I said, that's fine. Look, we know what we can do. We know that when we clean somebody's solar panels, we do it right. We don't do it just one time. We normally do it many times over till it's spotless or super clean. So we know the capability of.
Oh,
I'm
never mind. Go
talking.
ahead. Go ahead.
We so we know, the we know what we're worth, and this is where you have to sit there and go, what are you worth? Are you worth the money that you're charging? Customers are going to go and they're going to get whatever they want for as cheap as they can get it for. Now,
Now,
I
the cheapest that we can go is, you know, okay, but we can't go any lower than what customers really want, unfortunately.
well, you have to think about it. Think
Because
about this. Prices aren't getting any cheaper. I was paying $4.23 a gallon. Now I'm paying 7. So we went up $3. So now
double in
now
price,
it's
even.
almost doubled in price. And if you're traveling 150 square miles, then it's going to affect your pocketbook. So you got to do what's best for you.
And another thing is because some of you solar panel cleaners have more than one truck or one vehicle for
Yeah.
your work. So you got to think about how much gas you got to put in each vehicle, plus the gas you put in you know on your own personal vehicle. So you're spending a lot just on gas, you know, throughout the week.
Right. And
Because you've seen some people with more than one vehicle, right? For
oh,
their
there's
business,
there's guys out here that have 10 vehicles.
and not just trucks. Sometimes the big vans, right?
And yeah, I mean, and you know, you find out there's a lot of people that are going to be stretching their pocketbooks because of gas prices. Gas prices are through the roof here in California. Whether you're in Northern California, Central California, you guys are all going to feel it. Every single person is going to feel it. They're going to go out there, and the heat is coming. I'm telling you right now,
Terribly.
it's going to get hot. Okay, it's going to get very, very hot. And once it gets hot, you guys are going to be the ones out there. Um, you're going to be out there pretty much, doing the work.
Tara Lynn, how much is gas prices in Vegas right now?
Well, they're a dollar cheaper than we are. I mean,
Well, I
I'm
bet you
sure
don't.
they're probably pretty high on what they normally are. I don't know.
Well, the times that we've gone is what, $3 or something? $3,
Yeah,
$4.
yeah. I mean, it's $3 and something cents the last time I went to Vegas, but so, but
If you guys don't mind telling us where you're at, like what city or what state,
Codex Ward 13 says hello. He's a subscriber.
that would
He's also a member.
that would
Uh,
help us a lot, so that
Welcome.
we know what that you're starting your business out wherever you're at, right?
El Chingon de Califas. Hello, family. Hello, hello, hello. Um, Welcome. And we got Tara Lynn, Lewis Premier Solar Cleaning in the house. From Las Vegas. They do cleaning up there also.
Can you imagine how hot it gets out there in the summertime? And we're out here. It's so hot over there, Carolyn. I don't know how you guys do it out there,
Yeah, it's
especially the Spanish tile houses.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them out there.
yeah, a lot. But things are getting busier now. We are getting busier. We're going. And she's only maxing me out at 4 to 5 jobs a day, and that's it. And
Because I see how much it's affecting him now with the heat. I know it gets hotter up there on the roof, even 1 story or 2 story for that matter. But I don't want to put him at risk, so I'll book 3 to 4 jobs at most because I don't want him to pass out on the roof?
Yeah, I mean it's you know for me it's you know it's I'm getting older. I can feel it. I know I'm getting older. I feel it as I'm getting tired, and so it's time for us to sit there and go, okay, we're going to teach now, as opposed to doing work. So this probably will be our last summer for solar panel cleaning, and there's plenty of guys here in Los Angeles that
Plenty.
plenty, and this is what people are competing with. There's
Okay.
there's so many. We have 400 and something solar panel cleaners now, and so a customer can call anybody, and this is what we're experiencing now with customers is they're calling they're calling around now after they get your price. So they're calling you, get the price, then they're calling around. But if you got the best price, they're going to call you back. Do you want to say so?
Can I say what I've seen on
Yeah.
how much people are charging?
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
fine. Yeah, I mean, it has nothing to do with us. So
I
yeah,
have seen people posting, promoting their business, saying that they charge $7 per panel, $9 per panel. They don't specify how many panels. They just say $7 or $9. And I have also been looking that a lot of installation companies are putting that into their package, solar panel cleaning. So not only do you have the solar panel cleaners that got into the business, but you're having to compete with these solar panel installation companies that are throwing in solar panel cleaning
that's
as
now
part
now
of
as part of
their.
their service
Mhm.
because they see the value in it. They see the value of what Rick and I started in this business when we knew that this business was a big business from the first week that we started. Um, and I always tell everybody when we started the first month, we did $10,000 in the first month of this business, and then the second month it was close to $19,000, and it kept growing per month. And so we knew we had a gold mine. And then well, obviously, we're on YouTube. We're one of the biggest channels here on YouTube when it comes to solar panel cleaning, so we're happy about that. And then Susan came along and then joined me in our venture, and Rick passed away. And by the way, Rick knew Susan very well,
From bowling.
from
That's why I
bowling.
met him.
Yeah, so she knew him. He bowled on my team, and we became really, really good friends. And it just Susan and I just happened to continue on with our relationship, and even when Rick was alive. So she became part of this business, and she became a very important part of this business as far as answering the telephones, booking the calls, and what have you. So when I tell Susan to tell you about what happens when somebody calls, well, she's an expert at it because she does all the invoices for commercial, she does all the invoices for residential, she does all the collecting of the monies after every single job. So she does a lot, and so
I've learned, even going off a little subject, going to commercial, if he's not available to go on a walk through, I know what to look for and what to ask
right.
and all that. But that's off subject.
But she's done a walkthrough through in commercial by herself, and people are impressed by her going up there by herself, looking.
Me going up on the roof, period.
Yeah, and then looking for certain things that we look for to price out commercial, because we just got another commercial, and we did a walkthrough, and we were like, wow, this is a big commercial, and we can't price it at this. We got to go up higher because
Whether we get it or not,
we don't know. But that's the thing now is
Gotta charge what you're worth. Like Henry says, charge what you're worth.
I cannot tell you and express to all you guys
If
out there.
I know I've heard a lot of solar panel cleaners think, oh no, maybe that's too much. You know what? Do it.
Hey, I've charged triple and got the job. I charged up to $29,000, $34,000 for a job, commercial job, and got it. And got it.
Don't be afraid to go high.
And I went out there and I would contract some of that work out and pay these guys 10 grand in a check. Here you go. Or Venmo them $10,000 and say thanks for helping me out on this one. You know,
you got to add that onto your bid of this is how much I'm paying my guys. These are how many days.
Everything.
All that is included. And if it's a high price, so what?
And when we talk about are you going to raise your prices, you got to think about this. If you're doing commercial, don't you think that if you rent a boom lift or you rent any type of equipment that they're not raising their prices on gas because they have to? And they have to. So if you get a diesel boom lift, you're paying $7 to $8 a gallon. $7 to $8 a gallon is what they're charging here. You might as well say, I don't know if it's, all the companies out there that United Rentals and all that.
Oh, Sunbelt.
Sunbelt, they're all going to raise those prices. Believe me, they're going to raise those gas prices. And if you do come back with an empty tank, you're not paying $7 a gallon. You're paying more like $13 a gallon because they will raise those prices big time.
Now, as far as residential, I don't know if a lot of you have experienced, when you're talking to the customer and explaining them the reasoning why you have to raise their prices, are they willing to stick with you?
I don't know. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? Are you willing to break even with that job? Or are you willing to lose money with that job? Are you willing to make money with that job? That's your mentality. Your mentality is, look, if I do this job for $5,000 and I got to pay all my costs and I'm in the hole when I get done, was it really worth it to you to do that job? This is what we talk about. Charge what you're worth, because you're there to make money as a company. You're a company and you're there to make money. So you have to make sure that you are making enough money. And this is how I look at things. We do residential. If I'm doing $1,000 a day in cleaning, I'm happy. I'm good. We're good. I could do 4 jobs, do $1,000 a day. I'm happy. If we're not doing $1,000 a day, especially during the summertime, something is wrong. And so, we got to figure out, what's going on. Is our prices way too low till we need to raise these prices? Because in the summertime, when it gets hot, and believe me,
it's miserable.
It is. We're done by 10:30, 11 o'clock if we can do it.
And it's already hot at 8 o'clock in the morning.
And I'm sweating. I was sweating this morning at 8:30 this morning. And, so, and it was over 100 degrees. And I'm sitting there going, okay, it's supposed to get hot tomorrow. The next day is supposed to get hotter. And the next day is supposed to get hotter. So for me, it's like, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to make sure that we are charging what we are charging. And honestly, we're not giving discounts right now because
I'm not sending out messages.
Nothing, because it's just too hot. Mm-hmm. So we got to charge a regular price or over, or raise our prices. And I'm finding out, and just so you guys know, you may be surprised when you raise your price and they go for it,
Mhm.
because all they want is their solar panels clean and they want it done right. That's
Mhm.
it. If you can go out there and say, yeah, we'll get this done right for you, we'll go out there and we'll clean them for you and raise your price at the same time so you can stay alive out here, then do it. You know,
And
um, if people, Chairland
oh,
says, if people are giving discounts in the summer, there's
they're
a problem.
Mhm.
That's because they're new, or there's so much competition out there that they feel that they have to. And, and here's the thing. I rent robots. I do all that. These guys come in, they ask me for work. They and believe me, I last summer I did over $25,000 renting a robot when I could have bought one, another one.
Mhm.
Now, it's easier for me to just go out there and rent it out. But then they sit there and they started raising their prices because they already knew that they had a robot, and they said, "Oh, you know what? The price is going to be this for this job." We cut them out. We're like, "No, you're cutting into our profits now." And you got to think about who got the job. We got the job. We contract out the work out to them, whether they want to do it or not at our price, and we set our price. If it's over $1 a panel to rent a robot out, I'm not doing it. Not doing it anymore, because it's hard for me to give out checks for 10 grand, 15 grand for somebody else to do the work, when I could have sat there and said, you know what, I could have went out there and bought a cheaper one, or I could have bought something else. You know, and half of the time those robots sit in the garage anyway. You know,
Mhm.
they don't last all year round. Oh, summertime, they're busy. Believe me, everybody who has a robot should be busy. And, out there doing commercial. That's fine. But come wintertime, you don't hear the phone calls from them. As a matter of fact, wintertime, they're calling you going, hey, we're slowing down. You guys got any work for us? And like, yeah, well, we got work over here, but we're doing it. And so, you know, there's times where you have to figure out, am I going to give my profits to somebody else, another company? That's the same thing as us
Yes.
talking about collaborations, right? When you're collaborating with another company, when you collaborate with another company, don't you think that they're going to want half your profits? They're not going to sit there and collaborate with you for peanuts. They're not going to do it for $100,
Mhm.
$200. No way. No, they're going to figure out how much you're making off this job, and they're going to want half, because now they know what they're worth.
That's why you never tell people what you're charging.
Never tell
Never, never,
somebody
never.
what you're doing for this job until
Mm-mm.
after the job is done and over. When the job is done and
I wouldn't
over,
even tell them
I'm
that.
just saying. I'm using. Well,
I
we're
wouldn't even tell
guilty
them.
of it, babe. We're guilty of it. I'm sitting here saying we're doing $25,000 jobs, $29,000 jobs. I'm telling people this. So yeah, we're guilty of it. We do get these jobs that are almost 30 grand, but they're big jobs. But this is after the fact. This is after. This is like, okay, well, what can you do when you paid this guy, 10 grand, and you charge 30 grand? Well, okay. And that's how it should be. If you got the work, and you want to contract the work out, so be it. Contract the work out.
Not necessarily 10 grand. Sometimes, you could pay somebody 3,000 or something, but then you got to raise your prices higher
Well,
to
I
them.
can tell you the most I paid last summer for contracting work out was 15,000. And it was 5 grand for that, and then another 10 grand after that.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it's like, okay, that money could have been in our pocket, and that's kind of a hard pill to swallow when you're giving up that much money.
As far as
When it comes to residential, we do all the work for residential. We don't contract any work out for residential, just commercial, because we do get busy, and we will get extremely busy. And there's guys out here. We already know there's guys out here that are willing to do 25 panels for 50 bucks.
mm,
We know that. And it's up to the customer. If you're the customer and you want, and you,
I've had a customer call me and say, "Hey, can you do it for $70?" I'm like, "No,
why?
no,
Why do it for 70 bucks? That's way below
No.
what we charge. And but that's the idea, right? That's where they go, well, I have somebody else. You know what I tell them? Look, that's a great deal. If you can get it for $70, go to that guy and let him do your panels. Because I already know the work that's going to go into it. Look, somebody who goes up your roof for $70 is going to get up there really quick, do a probably do not so great of a job, probably won't go over it 3 or 4 times. You know, they probably won't have insurance. They probably don't have a business license. There's a lot of things that they're going to do. Oh yeah, I can do that. I'll go buy a piece of equipment and buy that piece of equipment and buy it so cheap where I can go up there and I can charge what these guys are charging. Well, no, you can't, because if you do, and they're dirty a week later, well, they're probably never ever going to call you back. Probably never ever call you back. You know, and this is what we strive on. We strive on repeat customers.
That damn Daniel is in Texas, right?
Who?
That damn Daniel.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he's in
Turbo. How much is gas prices out there?
Oh, 95 Turbo Civic. That Dan Daniel is in. What's up there?
How much are tax prices out there in your area? Turbo.
We're paying $7 a gallon now here in Southern California.
$3.39. Wow.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
Wow.
$3.39. Why is California? Well, wait a minute.
Wow.
The Iran war has nothing to do with Texas.
No.
They create their own oil. They got their own oil up there in Texas. For regular, it's $4 for super. Wow. $4 was our cheapest price
That was
6 months ago.
That was like Vegas prices last year.
Yeah. Well, no, Vegas, it was $3 and something cents.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and this is a great topic, right? This is a great topic that we're talking about, is when your gas prices go up, when everything else goes up, do you charge? You're kind of put in a spot where you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if you look at it as a customer's point of view, they're going through the same thing that we're going through with economics, pricing.
Even produce is going up.
Everything is going up. Everything. And you know, today we were out today. We had a lot of jobs today, and so one of our customers basically said, "Wow, you know," he looked at the production after we got done and said, "Wow, it spiked straight up," and his panels were so dirty. And after we got them clean, it just literally spiked straight up. And he goes, wow, that made a huge difference. People don't realize how much of a difference it really makes when you do clean your solar panels. When I had my own home, and I had solar panels on, it was a brand new home, I cleaned them every Friday. Rick and I would clean them every Friday. Right after work, come home, bring the van home, get up on the roof and clean my solar panels, because I knew how important it was for the savings. And believe me, we got the savings because it was producing closer to 100% most of the time than half of the time. And that's what you have to really, really look at. Guys, smash the like button if you like what we're talking about.
95 Turbo Civic says we haven't gone up on our rates regarding fuel prices at all, and I don't think we will at all.
Okay.
Tara Lynn says one of our old customers called and asked if we lowered our prices yet. Yeah.
Get the,
Yeah.
what did it say?
I don't want to say the word.
Get the out of here, sir, laughing my.
Get the.
Okay, got it. But see, but you guys see it, right? You do know that when you go put gas in your van, your truck, or whatever, you weren't paying $30, $40 to fill up the gas tank anymore. You're doubling that. And there, I see guys on Instagram right now. Guys on Instagram are out there showing the gas prices, saying, "Oh, ouch, this hurts." And I'm hoping that they raise their prices, because if they raise their prices, then it's not going to hurt so bad. You know, it doesn't hurt to raise your prices. You got the heat coming. I can tell you, Las Vegas is going to be in the triple digits
Brutal.
this summer, most of the summer, because the way that the weather is going right now, this is unusual weather. Okay, March?
We're still in winter.
No, we're still in spring.
No, we're in winter still.
Well, okay, yeah, you're right. We are. But spring is here, and we are 30 degrees higher than normal. 30 degrees higher. This week is over 100 degrees. I cannot remember the last time in March where we were over 100 degrees.
People are swimming in their pools in the month of March in winter.
Yeah.
Because spring is in a couple weeks.
Couple weeks. And summer hasn't hit yet, people.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see us here on YouTube in summertime. We'll be talking about it, you know, and we'll be talking about the heat. We'll be talking about the exact same thing. Are you guys charging more for summer prices? As you should. If everybody was on the same page and charged what they were worth, then this industry would be much, much better. So this is why I say charge what you're worth, because I already know I'm not getting up somebody's home for less than $100. Easy. That ain't gonna happen. So summertime, you might as well double it, because and then some people are sitting there go, well, I'll do it for $100. Okay, you do it for $100, no problem. You're still paying $7 for gas. So if you're paying $100 to fill up your gas tank, what did you just do? You just filled up your gas, and that was it. You know.
Turbo Civic says 90% of our clients are return customers, and we need the pricing the same. And a lot have given us tips and appreciate the pricing being the same.
Right.
And he says we adjust on new clients about $10 to $20 more.
And that's smart, and that's what you need to do. We are actually charging credit card charges now, because our credit card charges have went up. So we're charging for that almost $10 for credit card charges. And we tell them, look, we got to, you can either pay by Venmo, Zelle, which is absolutely free, or if you pay by credit card, we got to charge you $9, and we charge them $9. We don't want to do it, but we have to do it, because if we don't do it, guess where it comes from? It comes out of our pocket. Well, we got insurance to pay. We got every month, we have 5 different insurance companies that we're paying every single month, you know, from personal to commercial to liability to, you know, workman's comp. It's all, it adds up.
David 24/7. Henry, what is your next business venture when you leave solar panel cleaning?
I'm done. I'm not doing any business ventures. We're going to be traveling. I want to go to Thailand. I want to go to the Philippines. I want to go to Japan. we worked hard, and for the last 20 years, I've worked hard. And now it's time for us to enjoy the rest of our lives. Um, I'm probably going to end up selling everything and just give it away. You guys can have it. You give me, give me whatever. I'll give you our client list. Well, you're going to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
But that money,
yeah, we have a good client list.
We have a great client list.
It's not going to be cheap.
It's not going to be cheap.
No.
We have over 400 competitors in Los Angeles, and we get phone calls every single day, and she books. And
we're not just going to sell it to anybody.
When I say that, babe, I'm saying we're getting our money, and we're going to travel, and we're going to go. And I want to go to London. I want to go to, she wants to go to Japan. There's a lot of places we want to go, and, we're preparing for it. We are preparing for it.
I think if I tell Henry, a few people I have in mind as far as I trust with our client list, he'll probably agree with me.
What?
Selling our client list too, because I have a couple of people in mind that you probably would agree with.
That wants to buy the client list?
No, that I would recommend we sell them to them.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And I think Henry would agree with me.
Yeah, I mean, the equipment, anybody can get equipment anywhere. Our equipment, I got top of the line equipment. Okay. I bought a brand new engine. I bought a 390 engine with an AR pump that's bigger than the one that I used to have. So it puts out little over 4,500 PSI. And so around 4,000 to 4,500 PSI. And so we have the couple of C1000s that we have in the arsenal. And, eventually all that's going to be gone. And then the client list is going to go, and whoever wants to buy it is going to get it. And then that money we're going to use for travel. And we're going to go. We might be podcasting out there in Europe somewhere. Who knows? I mean,
not business anymore.
Not business. This is my
pleasure.
This is my feet in the air, in the ocean, and I'm out here doing videos in crystal blue water in Fiji, somewhere. You don't like that idea? I love that idea. And we'll leave the solar panel cleaning to the rest of you guys. I think we're trying to. We're gonna possibly have an interview with a few other people from Europe, as a matter of fact. So, excuse me, young lady.
Sorry.
With a few other people, and I think we're going to be talking about it. But listen, I'm telling everybody right now because I already know what we're going to do. I already know we're leaving. We're going to probably sell everything and go.
That Daniel says I'm first in line.
You're first in line for what?
You've been on my list.
For what?
For stuff.
Oh, got you.
You've been on my list.
Yeah. Louis, Tara Lynn says Vegas will be 99 degrees next week. Yeah. Ooh. We're already there, Tara Lynn. I don't know why you guys aren't.
The humidity out there.
Yeah. Gonna miss you live on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, when and that's just it. We're gonna sit here and I'll probably end up creating another channel, YouTube channel for travel. I don't know if you guys know, but Susan actually has she has her foodie channel, Foodie Ninja channel. Mm. And that's doing really, really well. She sells food and places that we go and eat and stuff. Was that on TikTok or something? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's on TikTok. But the Foodie Ninja 2?
I think so.
Yeah, Foodie Ninja 2. um, channel on TikTok, and she does a lot of nice videos on
I try.
stuff that we eat. Um,
Some of them I have over 1,000 views.
she's got a talent for
A
that.
thousand.
Yeah, mine gets like 5 views, and
No,
hers
you've
gets.
gotten one that was a lot.
Well, that was
But
based off of you, I guess.
mm,
But yeah. Anyways, we we we're getting to that point. I'm getting to that point where I'm saying, you know what, it's time. Take my retirement money, take what I have, take what we have, and sell what we can, and then live like kings for the rest of our lives. Whether we're going here, there, wherever.
I'll go somewhere where I can play pickleball.
Pickleball.
Mhm.
There's plenty of places to play pickleball. That's her thing, is
Mhm.
pickleball. She actually has a pickleball channel on YouTube. So just so you guys know.
I've been added to a group of ladies.
Group of ladies. Here in Texas, all we have is hot and hotter yesterday. It was 105.
Ooh, wow.
It realistically felt like 97. And this morning we woke up to 28-degree weather.
Oh, wow. It dropped that much?
What? Wow.
How does it drop that much?
I don't know.
Oh, because isn't there a storm somewhere in the East Coast right now? I think. There's a storm out that way.
Both you guys' shirts are great. I gotta go. Be safe, you too. You too, Tara Lynn.
Bye, Carolyn.
Say hello to the other half for us. And yes, it was a huge swing. Turbo Pacific says, but yeah. So you have to raise your prices. I suggest everybody raising their prices if it gets hotter and it continues on with the gas prices.
Don't be afraid to raise your prices with people. Explain to them why, and you may be surprised. Maybe they might say yes. Maybe they won't.
Maybe they won't, but you know, it's
It's a hit or miss.
there. The way I look at it is, look, if you don't get the repeat customers, you will always get new customers. Whether you're brand new to this business, brand new to this industry, you will always get new customers because a lot of people don't know. They just don't know that solar panels need to be cleaned. This is the first time they're actually hearing about it. Can I get another drink, please? Um, so this is the first time they're actually hearing about it, and so it's a surprise to a lot of customers. A lot of our customers turn around and will say, um, they'll turn around and say, "Oh, I didn't know my solar panels needed to be cleaned," and then after they get them cleaned, they're really surprised by the outputs of what's happening. There's a lot of guys out there that will pretty much they will tell you, no, the rain cleans them. You don't need to clean these. Clean the um, solar panels. No, I need that.
Hmm?
Yeah, give me that. I'll take that.
Why?
So, but anyways, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So don't be afraid to raise your prices. Don't be afraid. Your repeat customers, new customers start off high. You always have wiggle room to negotiate lower, right?
Right. Mike and Brandy. We just.
Oh, Scherzer 25.
That's right. We were trying to figure out who gave us the beer. He's got the beer right there. You just got it right. In the beginning of the podcast, I opened up my first blue van that you guys sent us. Thank you very much for sending us
And Henry's drinking it.
the beer. I drank one already, and now I'm drinking.
Thank you.
Something else. But,
He likes it.
oh my gosh.
It's a little different for me.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Fermented taste.
Fermented blueberry.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
It needs to be a little sweeter. If you know of a place out there that has sweeter beer,
They do actually.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've tried a strawberry beer before, and that was
Um,
delicious.
it was trying to think of the place that we go to, the College Street Brewery, I think it is.
I like sweet beer.
But they actually have really good food.
I'm
Their
talking
food
about
is
beer.
no, I know that, but their food is
I tried that, and it's not that sweet.
no, but you
It's
know,
fermented, really
well,
fermented.
yeah, you got to have acquired taste for it. So
Sweet beer.
sweet beer, there you go. Um, so prices, like I said, prices are gonna either you're either gonna raise your prices or you're gonna kind of keep them stagnant.
They actually were on a cruise. They're heading to a cruise. So how did the cruise go?
Oh, that's right. They
Mhm.
went to
Mexico,
yeah.
I think.
I wouldn't be going now,
Mm-mm.
but at least they went when they went. Probably had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are welcome. It was nice to meet up with you guys. It's always nice to meet up with our subscribers. Always.
We were talking about how
Retiring.
prices. Well, yeah, that too. Yeah.
Retiring.
Yeah.
We're thinking about
Henry's
traveling. I want to travel.
Yeah.
The cruise was amazing.
Henry's never been on a
I've
cruise.
never been on
I
a
have
cruise.
been to quite a few, and it is amazing.
And I was actually talking to one of our customers that takes a 6-month
world cruise.
world cruise,
Mhm.
and that sounded so good to me to where we cruised to Alaska,
I've heard that
We-
is one of the best cruises.
feed the bears.
No, you don't feed the bears.
I'll feed the bears.
I'll throw you in with the bears.
I'll feed the bears, no problem. Feed the bears, and no, it was 160 days, something like that.
It's a long time on a boat.
Yeah, it's a long time on a boat, but I could do a podcast on the boat for 160 days, from Germany to Alaska to Netherlands to Japan. This is all the places we want to go anyway. So, but yeah, thanks for that thumbs up, guys. We appreciate that.
We're talking about prices and also prices in Arizona. How much is gas out there in Arizona?
It's gonna get hot.
and
It's
like-
gonna get hot during the summertime. It's March, and it's already getting hot throughout all of California. If you're in Northern California, Central California, your business should start picking up. You know, it's funny that when the heat comes, everybody calls. Everybody calls. Hey, I need my solar panel cleaned. And it's funny because their solar panels need to be cleaned like yesterday. And we like get super busy when it gets hot. So as the heat comes, then we say a lot of people start calling and say, "Oh, why didn't they call during the winter time?" Because it was cold, and they don't have a lot of guys don't have that. They don't know that these things should be cleaned all year round. 6 months, every 6 months, get your solar panels cleaned. That's the way it should be done. Commercial is even more. Commercial is every almost 3 months they should be cleaning those solar panels. And it's funny because we just saw somebody cleaning some solar panels for commercial, and I looked at them today and they're already dirty. And I was like, that was from last week, but they had high winds.
Yeah, that area was high
Very,
winds.
very high winds.
$3.87 in Arizona. Wow.
Yeah, it makes me sick.
It's $7 out here, $6 out here.
Yeah, we took a picture actually of the prices of gas prices, and I was paying $7 for my diesel.
What you were paying for?
No. Well, before the gas prices
Before.
went up, was $4.65,
Mhm.
and then it went from $4 to $5 to $6. I'm like, this was like within almost a week, and now it's $7 for diesel for our turbo for our Jaguar, and we're like,
You used to
okay,
fill up at what, $40, and now it's like almost
almost $100 to fill up that tank, 12-gallon tank, and I mean, it gets us over 500 miles, but still, it's the prices have really gone up. So we're like, well, we're paying more for our van, we're paying more for our, our Jaguar. So we're paying almost $600 easily. I would say in about 3 weeks, a
Mm-hmm.
month,
Mm-hmm.
just for gas.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, well, we got to raise our prices, and we do, and we did. We raised our prices, and to my shock, I really didn't. I thought we would be losing more customers, and maybe we are. I don't know, but we
We.
are keeping steady,
Mm-hmm.
even with us raising the prices. We're doing pretty good, and I always always tell people, look, if you go and you lower your price so low, you can never raise your prices. Never. We've raised our prices, and now we have an option to lower them if we want to. But right now it's not even summertime, and we're doing really well. I do 4 jobs a day. She schedules 4 jobs a day. Um, for me, and maybe 5 if it gets to the point where it's like right around the corner or something. But if we could do $1,000 a day in business, we're good. That's what we want. So, and that's what we're doing. We're actually doing more than that. And minus the bird proofing, which is an extra bonus. These are just solar panel cleaning, and that's it. We're not doing rain gutter cleaning. We're not doing, auto detailing or any of these other businesses out there. And for you new people out there that are getting into the business, I always tell people Google loves it when you have a one or two type of business: solar panel cleaning and window cleaning. But they really don't like it if you're doing solar panel cleaning, pressure
If you
washing,
list,
rain gutters,
if
and you're listed 5 to 10 different things that you do, because that throws the algorithm off, and you will not get seen like you think you want to get seen. And one of the things that we've always done was put it down to minimum, to where we specialize. Our company specializes in solar panel cleaning, residential and commercial. We don't go out and look for residential. We don't go out and look for commercial. We don't do that. They come to us. We have over 400 competitors just in our area. I can go to Google Maps and I can go from page to page to page to page. We are on the top page. We are up there. We have 200 and something reviews. We have other companies that I've taught that have double that. Some have 600 reviews. It doesn't matter. You can have 600, 800 reviews. It doesn't matter. They still got to promote their business, because if they're not doing the things that they should be doing, then they will fall in ranking. And I know exactly what to do to keep our ranking high. And that's what we do. So, we don't have a problem advertising, because we don't advertise. We don't advertise for, um,
our YouTube is advertising in a
well,
sense.
because we're on YouTube, people see us on YouTube, so they give us a call. That's our advertisement. But as far as pay per click and all that, we don't do that.
Like it's
It
expensive.
costs too much money. You're $13 a click, $11 a click. Um, People are advertising on Facebook. People are advertising on Instagram. They're going to get their clientele. And the way I look at it is, Facebook clientele is, they don't want to pay the prices that we're charging. That's the nice way to say it. Okay. Um,
Mhm.
so we don't we don't worry about, Facebook groups or Facebook or what have you as far as charging what we charge because they don't pay it.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay it. Oh,
Angie's,
that's too expensive.
Angie's List is a
Angie's
great joke.
List, Yelp, we don't advertise. We're on it, but I don't pay it. I used to a long time ago.
And next door too.
Next door is becoming like Angie's List.
And Thumbtack, right?
Thumbtack. And here's the thing. You have Thumbtack, you have Angie's List, you have Nextdoor. These are all companies that are willing to take your money every single month. A minimum of $600 a month for advertisement, a minimum. And if you get maybe 3 or 4 jobs out of those for solar panel cleaning, consider yourself lucky. Because you will spend a lot of money, and there's a lot of guys out here who know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And it's not working. That's why we don't do it. So now everything is organic. There's guys out here that are putting out what are the hangers? The hangers, the door hangers,
and the
yard signs.
Yeah, the yard signs.
I mean, they may get a few jobs out of it, but that's not the way to go. We put out door hangers if we're doing work in the area. Maybe the guy next door, Susan, will go over there and put a door hanger on. Do we get phone calls from them? No. We try, but no. It's just, it doesn't work for us. And we've been in the business for over 6 years, So for us, it's kind of like, what else do you recommend?
Word of mouth. Word of mouth. I mean, a lot of it just door hangers because that's where people actually see, your information.
Well, they see your information, but is it
effective?
Yeah. In your honest opinion, just give your honest opinion on it.
In my honest opinion, no. And the reason why I say that is because I went on a walk one morning and I must have gone through half of the stack that we have. Not one of them called.
Yeah.
Because there's so much competition. And I even recommend, there was this one lady that had Girl Scout cookies in her garage. And I told her, this is how much I'll charge you. And I'll buy Girl Scout cookies from you. She didn't call me. I was willing to buy Girl Scout cookies. I was really willing to buy. And she didn't. Not one person called on the stack that I handed out.
Yeah.
And so I don't think maybe in another area, maybe it works for some people in wherever they're at. But
yeah.
Because there's so much competition over here and so much lowballing.
Yeah, that's the thing right there is there is so much lowballing in this industry. Okay, there's guys getting in this industry that will lowball you. They'll train with you. They'll lower their prices lower than you because they have a business now, and that business is theirs, and they have to run it. But they also, too, see other people lowballing them. And it's funny because the prices are getting lower and lower and lower. And we see that because I can tell you 5 years ago, 6 years ago, we can call a customer call us and ask for solar panel prices. We give them the price and they would book right away. Mm-hmm. Now, I'll be lucky if we get one that will say, yeah, go ahead and book. You take the call, but
it's very rare that they go with the price that I originally started with.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately. And it wasn't like that when I first started helping Henry out 4 years ago.
And we didn't do anything different.
Mm-mm.
I mean, our business, we didn't do anything different at all. The difference was that
Maybe there was only, I would
there's
say
more
maybe
there's
like,
more there's more people getting into the business
I would say back then it was maybe 50 to maybe less than 100 people.
in the
And
business,
as the years
in
went
the
by,
industry.
it grew tremendously. And yeah, it's just we feel the difference. I don't know if you guys have felt the difference when there's more competition out there,
Yeah.
if it's affected your business, but I've seen it.
Turbo says hire the low ballers and pay them what they want and charge the homeowner your price. Yeah, we've done that.
Mm-hmm.
We've actually done that early on, Rick and myself. We noticed that there was guys that were doing it for $2 a panel. And so they advertised it. So we got their information and we said, hey, I need you to go out here to this person and do that. And we charged our price, paid him his $25 to clean the solar panels, and then tell him take pictures before and after. They did that. But then you get to that point where are they doing a good job? Are they going out there and doing that? So we stopped doing that altogether a long time ago. But it wasn't something that we didn't think about, so for us, we don't do that anymore. It's just because of the quality of the work that we do and we can do it. But yeah, I mean, there's guys out there that would do that. We do contract work out. There's guys that call us all the time. Hey, do you have work? You have work for us? And I will go out there and I will contract some of that work out.
And we do not have those people collect the money.
Nope.
We never, ever, ever do not ever,
Nope.
ever, as a new solar panel cleaner, you get help, do not have them collect the money at all.
As a matter of fact, you don't even want them to know your price. You don't want them talking to your customer other than, hello, I'm from so and I'm here to clean your solar panels. We give them the address and we tell them how many panels that need to be cleaned. And we tell them we're going to collect the money. You let us know. You take before pictures, after pictures. That's when we're super, super busy, like during the summertime. We would do that sometimes. Sometimes we get work in Palm Springs and we can't go all the way out to Palm Springs. So we call a couple of guys out there and say, hey, can you go out there and do this for this price? And this is always a good thing, is if we would tell them what we're willing to pay them. If they're not willing to do it, then we just do it ourselves. Yeah, but we charge more, and there you go. Yeah, the ownership of the work done and the pride in the work just isn't there. I mean, if they're charging $2 per panel, it isn't there. They don't have the insurance. They don't have the skills. They're there just to make a fast buck, maybe pay for their lunch, their gas money. It's a quick. It's an unregulated industry, and when it's unregulated, guess what happens? Anybody and everybody can come into this industry. A felon, anybody who's got a criminal record can come in here and do this business because nobody is watching them. And it's up to the homeowner to go out there and say, are you insured? How long you been in business? It's up to them to do their homework. And we get homeowners that will go out there and they'll hire that guy for $50. And then they're all pissed off because their glass is scratched or their production went down, or something happened after, and by then it's too late. It's too late. How you as a homeowner, how are you going to know that person didn't scratch the hell out of your glasses by using the wrong equipment or using soaps or using any type of stuff that is not recommended for solar panel cleaning? How are you to know that? Because you're not on the roof. So this is where you got to do your homework, check the guy out, make sure that company is legit, make sure they have a business license, they have insurance, everything. And the price has to be within the industry standards. If you go to Google right now and you type in solar panel cleaning prices, The industry standard is anywhere from $150 to $500 for solar panel cleaning for residential.
Because if you
At $11 to $15 per panel. Per panel. We don't charge per panel. But there's other companies out there. Are you going to say something?
if you think about it, if you're, let's say you're charging your customer $200 to clean their panels. Out here, gas prices, out of that job, you're probably only making 100 because the rest went to gas.
Yeah.
If you think about it that way.
Yeah.
So,
You know, we charge what we charge. We always charge, and I always say this: we charge what we're worth. And it's funny because at the end of the day, we can have a very nice dinner. We can pay our bills, and when winter comes, we're okay because this is our only job. This is our business. This is what we do. You know, it's funny because last weekend we went to the Oscars, or the day before. We went to the Oscars and
we went to Hollywood.
we went to Hollywood. We rode the train. It cost me 35 cents because I was a senior, which I was very grateful for.
It cost me $1.75 to ride the train.
We had a very nice meal. We had, I wanted some hot chocolate from this place.
Garibaldi.
Yeah, you got the cup in there.
Oh, Garibaldi.
Yeah. And I wanted hot chocolate, and I was able to get my hot chocolate. I bought a nice mug to go along with it. And it was awesome. We had a great time. Great time.
And Henry's never ridden the train before. I have.
Yeah. So I bought this nice little
And
mug.
he's very impressed in how smooth it is.
Yeah, I was impressed by the train itself. You know, and here's the thing: we work all week. This whole week, we got every day booked. Every day is booked. So we're gonna work hard throughout the whole week, make as much money as we possibly can, and we got tickets.
Oh, so excited!
We got tickets for both of us at SoFi Stadium this weekend, and we are going to go see Joe Coy and Gabriel Iglesias. Fluffy. We're going to the concert.
Not concert. It's comedy event.
Comedy event.
One night only.
Sold out. And we bought tickets last year.
When they first announced it on Facebook. This is why I love Facebook. I wouldn't have known about it had I not seen it on Facebook, and I bought tickets that same night.
Yeah. But we are on the Saturday. We're gonna go. We're gonna have a good time. Get dressed up. Have a nice meal. Go watch the comedy show, and then come back.
They're gonna have special guests, and they're only doing it one night.
One night.
One night only.
Yeah. I know we're getting off topic, but you know, this is where I come off. This is where I just basically tell people, you have to charge what you're worth to enjoy the finer things in life in this business. Okay.
Right here. Turbo. I had a customer get quoted $1,661 to clean 26 panels.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's a great markup.
What is that per panel?
That's a lot. $1,600 for how many panels?
26.
Yeah, you're over $20 a panel. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Electric brush versus pressure wash brush.
Okay. Who's this guy? Burlish Coleman. Electric brush versus a pressure washing brush. this is just my opinion on this. For me being in the business for 6 years, I would never touch an electric brush. I'll tell you the reason why. The electric brushes are run by batteries, probably lithium batteries. I know a couple of places that have the electric brushes and they have the backpacks and then they put the backpacks on their back. Uh, I would never do that. First of all, electricity and water doesn't mix. Okay. Um, this was one of the things that I've always said I would never touch because I've been in the industry for 28 years as far as climbing poles, working with electric and cable and all that. So I know what kind of damage can be done. And I would never touch an electric brush just because of that particular reason. Now, if there's anybody else who wants to do that, no problem. But as far as me, I would, even if they offered me for to go out there and try it. I don't feel comfortable with it. I really don't. I I was always afraid what happens if that lithium battery overheats and then it catches fire. You're cooked. I mean, you're really cooked. Now, I have a pressure washing brush. I have the C1000. Everybody knows I use the C1000. I love that thing. I don't have a Racenstein brush. I don't like the Racenstein brush. They're too rough. They scratch the glass. I don't like them. Um, I like the soft bristles on the C1000 or the C800s, and I don't sell them, by the way. So, for me, I have no investment. I bought one. Rick and I bought one when we first started out, and then a week later, I paid that one off and ended up buying another one. Um, so I have two of them now, and I don't even use the second one to be honest. I don't. But if you're asking me, um,
What do you prefer?
I prefer the high pressure brush all day long. There's guys using water fed poles with a cheaper system. I think they use like a 3 stage system for what they use for like window cleaning and so forth.
Oh, he's
You
got
know,
the
so
Amazon brush.
yeah. So you have Chinese stuff. So yeah. And here's the thing: is it's the same thing like with robots, right? You have $30,000 robots out there, and then you have $7,000 robots out there. You have, and I've tried the $7,000 robots. We actually were given demos from a Chinese company to try that. We tried that in a day. I gave it back to them and said, I'm not touching this. I'm not selling this. I'm not advertising this. I'm not marketing this because you need to fix this, this, this. Everything about it said cheap. Everything about it said this piece of junk is going to fall apart in 3 or 4 jobs. And so, but there's some guys out there that are using them, and it's working for them. So to each his own. You know, I can't tell you, not to buy something because there's guys out there that have them. And there's guys that have electric brushes. There's guys that have, high pressure brushes and water fed poles. There's a lot of guys out there that are buying on Amazon, WCR. They're buying, Tucker poles and all that they use for windows and they're using them for solar panels. And it's working for them. So if it's working for them, great. I first started out with a 12-inch water fed pole. And Rick and myself said, we're up here for an hour, hour and a half. And then when we bought the C1000, it became 20 minutes for the exact same job. So for us, it worked. It worked so well. I used it for commercial. and I ended up buying a robot and getting the robot and trying that out. I didn't like the batteries, how long they lasted. They didn't last as long as it said they were going to last. But I did try out, the solar cleano, um, you know, robot, but it just didn't work for me. And now I just lease that out. I will get guys out here that will do it for $1 and clean the solar panels for $1 for us and say, here, go do it. If they charge more, I won't do it. I will not go out there and pay more money per panel for that. There's guys out there that have the robots, and they'd be more than happy to do it for 50 cents on the dollar. And there's a lot of them out there. Um, when he said define working for them, what do you mean? Uh, Turbo Civic,
Goddamn Daniel.
Dead Damn Daniel, define working for them.
I
I
guess
don't,
something that you said.
something I said.
I guess something that you said.
I contract work out and I give them work if that's what you're asking. Um, if I have a $30,000 job, I will go out there and say, I need help.
Or the equipment.
Yeah. And I'll hire them for the equipment and have them go do the work. Take before pictures and take after pictures. That's called a no touch. And I do a lot of no touches in the summertime. I can't be in 50 different places for them. Oh, the equipment works for them. Yeah. I mean, like I said, if it works for them, great, no problem. But he's asking me my opinion on it,
Mhm.
and I'm telling him I won't use an electric uh, brush whatsoever. I would not use one, just because I'm just afraid of the batteries uh, blowing up on me, or just, these things get really hot really fast, and by the time that you go out there and react, you can be seriously burnt. Or if you plug into a certain thing on some of these electric brushes that they have out there, water and electricity doesn't mix. So, you know but anyways,
Yeah.
that's a good question though. That was a great question.
I'm the same way. I stick religiously to my C1000.
Yeah.
What do
There's
you use for general liability insurance?
Oh my goodness.
We don't. I forgot.
General liability insurance. Let me see. Um, let me see. These are all of our. We use a lot of companies. We even use AAA. AAA. We use that. Well, no, I'm just showing them. We have five different.
No.
5 different companies. Yes, we do, babe. I pay 5 different insurance companies. I don't know why you think
thought
we
had
don't.
3.
No, we pay 5. We pay for, anyways, pay too much.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we're going on an hour and 30 minutes. But I appreciate you guys coming on. I really do.
Andrew Lucero 865. Where are you from?
Who?
The one that asked about the insurance. Where are you from?
Who do you use for general liability insurance?
I'm asking him, where is he from?
Yeah, and to answer your question, Andrew, there's a lot of the companies basically here in California moved out. So there's only a few companies that cover commercial insurance. That's it. Here in California.
Oh, he's in Texas.
Texas, that's a different ballgame.
Mm-hmm.
So
maybe that damn Daniel would know. He's in Texas.
Yeah, there you go. That damn Daniel can hopefully help you out. He's had his business up in Texas, and I can't speak about Texas insurance. I really can't. Berlice Coleman. Traditional ladders versus telescopic ladder. That's a great question.
We had a telescopic ladder.
We had a telescopic ladder. It's in all my a lot of my videos that we use.
But
Okay, let me put it in perspective in this way. We used to use telescopic ladders for real quick to get up on the first floor or first level of a two-story house. Um, okay, I'll get back to you on that. But telescopic ladders you can bring up real quick and what have you. But as far as I use a little giant that I use for the second story because they are much more durable and the legs go out instead of straight up and down. After a while, our telescopic ladder started bending on me, and I just didn't feel safe with it. So we ended up getting rid of it. It's gone. We don't use telescopic anymore.
The rubber piece, one of the rubber pieces on the bottom came off.
Came off, yeah. It just started wearing down, and then we ended up buying a little giant.
Oh, and the bad thing about that is when water gets in, it's hard to close.
That's right.
It's hard to go up and down.
So that was another thing too, and that's a great point, was on the telescopic ladders, if there was water coming down from, say, the panels that you were cleaning, it went inside, it would fill up, and they were harder to collapse. If you ever get that, it's not going to work the same as it should. You have to literally flip it upside down, get that thing dried out, and get all that water out. But they're great for like real quick projects where you got to get up real fast, come back down. You can knock it down space wise. It's very compact. It's good for that. But overall, I would definitely go with just a traditional ladder that you can use. We have 28-foot ladder. We have a 16-foot ladder. We have a 12-foot ladder. And I use little giants because I think that they're really, really awesome. That's right. We did, didn't we?
What?
The telescopic ladder. I forgot about that.
We had it, remember?
No, but we left it at a customer's home.
Oh, yes. And
yeah, because remember, it's accidentally left it.
We accidentally left it there. And yeah, and then that was it. They could have it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Cold War 13. Do me a favor. Susan's going to write down our phone number. Give us a call. That's the best thing to do. Emails, we get so much emails that, I think I sent you the blueprint, if that's what you're asking for.
Oh, that's probably what it was.
I think I sent you that already. But if you didn't receive it, give us a call. Susan's going to go ahead and give you the phone number, 909 552-1381. And you can give us a call, and then I will resend you the blueprint again. That way, at least you have it and what have you, okay? So thank you for being a member. By the way, we appreciate that and so forth.
So, Andrew, in answer to your question, Allstate. Oh, Allstate is what they use in Texas. So, cold water, if you can.
You say I'll give us a call tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, no, Andrew.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Andrew, I will send you my number, and I will give you. I will text you the email to the other cleaner in Texas that you can get a hold of and ask about the insurance out there. He will be able to help you out.
Okay, and then Bernice Coleman, best shoes for getting up on the roof. Turbo says depends on what roofs. Okay, I'm gonna go get my shoe. I'm gonna show you what I use. Okay, these are $250 shoes that I bought on Amazon.
You bought.
Oh, I'm sorry, $250 shoes that Susan bought me.
Mhm.
That's right,
Mhm.
on Amazon. Can you go get or I'll go get it.
I got this little girl right here. Sorry, but got the cat right here.
We have Tink right here. She is my little baby. So, um, but anyways, yeah. So I use an American shoe as for roofs. Uh, Actually, it has the American flag on it.
Oh, it's called.
These are Danners.
Yes.
These are called Danners. The shoes are actually the sole is very, very good. Sorry, it's dirty. Um, but I think either go to danner.com
I got them on Amazon. Actually,
or did you get them on Amazon?
Yes, they were a little bit cheaper than on the actual website.
Yeah, this is a really good. I've used this and it's so comfortable.
Sometimes over time you have to replace this. You have to get the sole
The bottom,
fixed.
but that can be replaced.
Yeah, you just take it to a shoe place that can fix it in
Yeah.
over time. But yeah, these are very durable and sturdy.
Yeah. Pour beer in and drink it. You know, we had a.
He's drinking water now.
Yeah, I'm drinking water, but I had a blue van. Next week, I will pop in another beer and have another beer for you guys. Next time, you need to be here at 5:00.
Sometimes they have
When we
stuff
started.
to do.
No,
No, they have other stuff to do.
Dad Damn Daniel has always been first on the podcast.
He hasn't been first.
He's always been first.
He's been late.
Last week, he said, I'm here, I'm first. So we're going to be doing more podcasts too. I mean, that's something that I want to do anyways. And you never know. We might be doing twice a week. Who knows? She doesn't want to, but I want to. So we're going to talk about that.
We'll see.
We got it. He said I was working.
See, told you.
There you go. Danner's shoes. So hopefully that helps out. Wow, there's quite a few of you guys here. I appreciate you guys at least sticking around, listening to us, and what have you. But what was this one right here? I think we missed this one. Turbo says, remember when I called you 6 years ago about what route to take when I got started, and you said Solitech, and I never looked back, called Bob Hart for it? Yes, I remember that. It's been a long time. So very nice. I think I want to go to Texas just to go have some barbecue.
Oh, that Dan Daniel. We can meet up with that Dan Daniel.
That's right.
Show some good old barbecue.
Berlin says, what transfer pump do you recommend? I don't know. I mean, I don't use transfer pumps.
What is a transfer pump?
Transfer pump is basically used for when they're using the 3-stage system and they need more pressure.
Oh.
If that's correct. And that actually feeds water out to the end of their water-fed pole.
Oh.
Just so you know, I use a 390 engine with a AR pump. Maybe that's what you're asking, is the AR pump. And the AR pump is built for the 390. So I put out 4,000, little over 4,000 PSI coming into the brush. But the brush, I got to knock that down from 4,000 to 2,300. So at 2,300 PSI, that's where I run my C1000. I feel that that's the optimal speed for me. It gets a lot of the bird doo-doo off, the bird poop off. It gets a lot of things off of the glass itself. The pollen. Pollen is very tough to get off of these panels sometimes. but if I run it at a faster speed, it tends to come off for me. And it may take one pass, two passes, but it does come off. We had one today that was full of pollen, and I was able to get most of it off, which was very, very nice. And that's another thing too, guys. Look, if you got so much pollen on these panels, you talk to that customer and say, I can get the pollen off at an extra charge, because a lot of times that each cell, there's a lot of pollen on those things. That's an extra charge you could be charging your customer, because that is very, very time consuming. And if you use a clay towel. Auto detailers use the clay towels. If you use that on that, that tends to take the pollen off very nice after it's wet, super wet. Use a clay towel. Amazon has them, but auto detailers use them for like windows to get all the stuff off. Use that and try that and see if that works. That should work very, very well for you to get that off, especially
That
pollen. But go ahead.
that time, Daniel, I sent you Andrew's email, so you can he'll reach out to you, reach out to him about your insurance out there.
Yeah, and Daniel, it's been smoother and no wobble. That was the experience that I was having with Mark's engine. It started slowing down on us, and I think that was a smaller engine. I couldn't remember what it was, but um, it was only running at 1700 psi, 1600 psi, and it would be doing this and shaking and wobbling. And you're right. We raised that up to where it actually spun a lot quicker, and it fixed a lot of our problems. And I can bump it all the way up to 3000 psi if I want to, but you don't want to spin that too quick. Um, James Fletcher says, "Have you ever had a customer question pollen being left on the panels, and how do you handle that?" Yes, James. Well, sorry, James, I haven't seen you in a long time. Welcome back. Listen, we charge extra to take pollen off,
Mhm.
because pollen, it comes from the trees itself, and it will stick right on there. And I was telling you guys earlier, you can use a brush. I would use a clay towel. The clay towel that they use for auto detailing is really, really good. That takes that right off, and it tends not to scratch the glass. Make sure that it is super wet when you do it. And I charge every single panel. So I can charge $5 extra per panel if they want to take it off. And it's going to cost them in the neighborhood of $500, $600 for it to be super clean. But you can rest assured it will be super clean. Um, yes, sir. I've been through it all too, and no broken transmissions. Amazing, right? We broke a transmission one time,
Hmm.
and it wasn't me. It was our workers,
Mhm.
and they slammed the C1000 as it was spinning onto the panel, and it broke the transmission. So it was human error. I replaced it, and it's been working great ever since. And it's been going on almost 5 years now.
Yeah.
So, um, James says we have the solar brush. Okay, so the solar brush is different than the C1000. You have 500 psi coming out of there. That works really extremely well. What you want to do with that is maybe have somebody next to you with the pole and a microfiber and no, sorry, microfiber clay towel, and use that and scrub it, and it will come right off. Almost guarantee it. If you're using the Solitech brush, probably the 23-inch you have, and that's 500 psi coming out of there, that should work great. If you have the C1000, you can always use the C1000 and go over it after, just to clean it up really, really nice, and it should work extremely well. But a lot of people haven't heard about the clay towels that they use for like auto detailing. They use these for like windows and stuff, and clean all the bird poop off the windows. They use the clay towel for that, microfiber, um, and use that, and you'll be surprised how well that really, really works.
Just
So,
be careful when you're out there in the heat because,
yeah.
Give that into consideration.
Gonna get hot.
Mhm.
I'm telling you guys.
Mhm.
If it's hot now, I cannot remember out of all the seasons that we have been in this business, in this industry, how hot March has been. It's been a long time.
I remember
We
last
have
March it was raining and cold.
we have triple digits coming in um, this week. Triple digits. It was hot today.
Mm-hmm.
I was sweating at 8 o'clock in the morning doing work.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's going to get hot. It's going to only get hotter. Summertime, you guys better watch out. Charge what you're worth. I cannot tell you that.
Berlice, how would you charge if you lived in Florida? We know somebody that's in Florida.
We went to Florida to go help somebody out
and this
in Florida.
person charges probably $15 to $20.
No.
About $15.
Okay, he's in South
per
Florida.
panel.
He's in Orlando, Florida, and he was charging
Like
in the
15.
neighborhood of $15 to $20 per
That's
panel.
what I was just gonna say.
I know you were. I'm just going by. So I said it was way too much.
Mm-hmm.
And there's other guys out there that are charging less, that are getting the work. Look, if you're charging, and keep in mind, they didn't have anybody over there. There was nobody over there whatsoever. So he had no competition. So he knew he could charge a lot of money. There's a point where you charge a lot of money, and then there's a point where you rip people off. So there's other people that came in his area, and they called me, and they sit there and they're going, I'm going to charge this. And they said, we're super busy. Florida, you can charge more than California.
But in Florida, they do pay out there. They've had paid, and he's had repeated customers that are continuing to pay
at $500 a cleaning.
At $500 a cleaning.
Which,
so it does. I mean, if it works for him, great. But what's going to happen is they're going to see that there's other cleaners that are charging less, and then they're going to go with them. So, yes, Florida, they do charge pretty high with their cleanings.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. But Berlice, great questions. You do a Google map search around your area. Find out how many solar panel cleaners are around your area. If you don't have too many solar panel cleaners, you're sitting on a gold mine, and you probably don't even know it. Okay. So you can probably charge a lot more than what we charge here in California. There are guys here charging 50 cents per panel for commercial. Okay.
We can't charge the prices in Florida out here.
This guy in Florida charged $60,000 to clean solar panels. $60,000 to clean solar panels, and got the job. And we flew out there to help him. So there you go. Yeah.
Martin Castro, good evening, Henry.
And by the way, if you have any questions or you want to contact us, Susan put the phone number on there. You can call us anytime. We'll try to help you out. Go ahead. I'm sorry, babe. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Mm-hmm. Martin Castro says, good evening, Henry and Susan. Just getting off work, but I've been looking for a solar telescopic pole 12. I looked up Bob Hart. No one has them in the U.S. Thank you.
No. Here's the thing. Prices went way up. Okay. So getting stuff imported into the U.S.,
expensive.
Very expensive. Have you tried Diana and Jan on the Central Coast? Have you tried them yet? There's only 2 distributors for Solitech, Diana and Jan, and Bob Hart up in, I think, by
Chico.
Chico.
Mhm.
Yeah. So Bob Hart doesn't have them, and Jan and Diana doesn't have them. You're out of luck. You're gonna have to try to find Facebook Marketplace, see if you can find it there or something. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, but so
Turbo Civic says they have lichen or whatever that mold and moss in Florida. Yeah, they have like that red
yeah, the lighting, yeah,
stuff on their panels.
yeah, but you can use the Chemitech. The Chemitech solution will take that right off. It's like $100 a bottle, a gallon.
Mhm.
Somewhere around there. Could have went up, could have went down, but who knows? But you want the solar wash 50 or the 100 that you can use for that. They have lichen remover that you can use for that. That's Chemitech. Um, and so that lichen remover is really, really good. And then there's also the Defender. The Defender is another solution that is really good for solar, but that is very, very expensive, $500 to $600, I think.
Mhm.
What have you?
Yeah.
What?
So Turbo Civic says Blue Tongue Industry might have poles.
Oh yeah, that's right. Call my buddy in Australia, Blue Tongue Industries, and ask him if he has polls. Blue Tongue Industries is also here on YouTube. He's a very nice guy. Him and his wife. They have their own business and sell the Solitech in Australia, so they might be able to help you out. Thank you for yeah,
Burley's Coleman
talking
says,
about that.
what
Yeah.
ladder stabilizer do you use?
Hell, I don't know. We bought a stabilizer like 5 years ago.
We rarely use it now.
We don't hardly use it unless it's on a 28-foot ladder that I gotta go up and I'll put the stabilizer on. But we hardly use our 28-foot ladder unless it's commercial or something. But if you're gonna use a stabilizer, please, that's a good idea. Okay, ladder safety device. If you don't have it, get a ladder safety device on Amazon. We use that for all of our jobs, and that is,
A person holding the ladder is what I use for the ladder stabilizer.
there's my ladder stabilizer right there. Every single job that I go to, even if it's a single story or what have you, or two-story, Susan always volunteers to hold the ladder for me as I go up the ladder. She volunteers.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. Hi, honey.
We won't go there.
Hi, honey.
He upsets me. Yeah,
Whack.
it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, she's she gets her free shots in, but that's okay.
I may not be holding that ladder strong enough.
Yeah, she might kick that ladder from underneath me and what have you. So, all right. Ladder straps are very important. Absolutely. I preach that all the time. You see it on all of our videos that we put these ladder straps on. I have recommended ladder straps. They're in my videos under the description, and you can go into my store and see which ladder straps I use. But they're in the $60 to $70 range, I think, but well worth it. It's just that peace of mind that you have, that you're going to know that ladder is not going to move left or right. Okay. I've been using them for years. And that's something that I pretty much preach all the time, is use your ladder safety devices. And that helps you out. Okay. Maybe I think Berlice is Coleman. Is she new? Are you new to solar panel cleaning? Sounds like you are, but that's okay. That's great.
But it is almost 7:00 and we're getting
2
hungry.
hours.
Getting hungry.
2 hours and she's getting hungry. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna try to come on every Monday. I'm gonna see if I can try to squeeze in another podcast when I have more time too. What do you guys think? Should we only do it once a week or twice a week? Is it too much? Too little? None
I
at
think
all?
once a week is good because that way gives everybody time to work and do their thing and you know,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I told you we were gonna Wednesday twice a week. There you go. There you
You're
go.
not my favorite person. No Fridays.
No Fridays. Sorry.
No Fridays.
Fridays are date nights for us. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Have an awesome night. Look forward to your next podcast. Yes, we're gonna try to be here on Mondays. Okay, and oh, you're new. Great, awesome. In the meantime, take a look at our YouTube channel.
Thank you very much for joining us here on our YouTube channel. And if you want to get a hold of us, you're more than welcome to give us a call at 909-552-1381. We are SoCal Solar Panel Cleaning Company. Thanks again.
Thanks for finishing my sentence. All right, guys. Catch you on the next video. I think she said it all. We'll see you guys on the next video. See you guys. Peace.